Morning and welcome to XFM. This is Josh Widdicombe. Hello, producer Neil.
Good morning, Josh.
Let's cut to the chase. I just went to get 2 crumpets. Now, what do you have any? Well, that's Marmite I went with, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, these kind of conveyor belt toasters that we now feel are acceptable are not. There's literally no advantage to these toasts. Like, I've just had 2 half-cooked crumpets. Let's be blunt about that. But the other option is to set off the fire alarm if you go for a second lap. Do you not find that? Because once you're in, you're in. With a toaster, you cancel when it's about done. And what's the advantage? There's capacity for probably 4 things in there. Just get a 4-slot toaster. Who is enjoying... the kind of people that have a lightly toasted toast.
Do you not like that?
No, I think it's absolutely ridiculous and people need to man up.
Well, you didn't even have toast, you had crumpet. So
yeah,
what's your beef?
barely. It was like chewing a bloody flip-flop. It was horrible.
Do you always have to toast your crumpets? You don't ever have them untoasted?
Well, you have an untoasted crumpet?
Sometimes.
No.
What's wrong with that?
It's awful.
Why?
Well, it's chewy and unpleasant and cold. Well, I mean, you're 2 of those 3 things, but... But you're not chewy. Well, I suppose you are. You're all 3.
You saying I'm a crumpet? That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Yeah, you are. But you're not a cooked crumpet.
Okay.
I'm going to go through the breadstuffs, and I want you to tell me whether you have them hot or cold. Crumpets?
Either.
All right. Then you've got to choose one. Crumpets?
Cold.
Yeah. Croissants?
You
You can have warm on that if you want.
Yeah, warm.
Yeah. Bread?
Well, cold.
Well, you wouldn't have it toasted?
No, because, bread's cold.
Oh, no.
If you want toast, I'll have toast
bread or
warm.
toast? Bread or toast?
I'm still going to say bread.
Really?
Yeah.
I was someone the other day, they gave me soup and toast. I don't think that's acceptable either.
Well, it's fine. It's like a crouton.
Croutons are fried.
Yeah, I know, but we can't all stand around frying bread.
We can't all stand around frying bread. So, shall we get on with the show?
We should.
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
That was Catfish and the Bottleman Hourglass on XFM. We now, on the Josh Widdicombe show, we now come to unfinished business. Correspondence over last week's show, or the prior weeks, really. This is from Rebax Wilson, which is a good note. It sounds like someone who'd be in a Sherlock Holmes short story. Rebax Wilson would be killed in a locked room with only a plimsoll inside. Dear Josh and Co, I'm a long-time listener, first-time AOBer. I feel I need to alert you to an obvious error you and Joe Lycett made in episode 107, as you were trying to fathom while Carol McGiffin had called her autobiography, Oh Carol. Well, I like the idea that anyone would be outraged by the scandal that had ensued throughout her notoriously colourful career. I'm sorry to tell you that it is a reference to the Neil Sedaka international hit of the same name, alluding to the fact that she was quite a heartbreaker in her younger years. There's no connection to Neil Sedaka. I presume it is that.
Maybe it's one of her favourite songs.
You'd have to read the book. At the end.
I'll get Joe to do it.
Does her Desert Island Discs. And it's 7 carols and then Oh Carol. She could have called it Christmas Carol.
No.
Because that's the market she's going for, because no one's going to buy it for themselves. Hey Josh, I'm producer Neil. Hey Josh, there a reference to Hey Joe, the Jimi Hendrix song. On a previous topic of serving celebrities in shops, I served Coolio in Tesco. That's astonishing. He bought chicken and vegetables to cook for a load of students he'd met at a club. How much information did this guy get out of him?
Maybe the students were with him and they were like, oh, he's going to make us...
We met him in a club?
Yeah. I reckon he was doing a PA. Probably after like Big Brother or something like that.
Did Coolio do Big Brother?
Yeah, he did Big Brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, what, you think he was doing a public appearance in a club and part of the contract
No.
was that he'd then go and cook chicken and vegetables for 10 lucky competition winners?
I think just he got on really well with students and stuff at the PA. They were like, come back to our flat. And he was like, all right, maybe I'm a bit jet lagged. It's tea time where I normally am. So I want some chicken and vegetables. Do you guys want some? And they were like, yeah, of course.
Is chicken and vegetables a meal?
That is a meal.
Yeah, right, I'm just checking. No carbs there.
Well, you could have
might
potato.
Potatoes, yeah. I'd like to know which vegetables it was from Jake and which Tesco branch and any more details, because this is astonishing. Or if anyone else has seen Coolio, is this a one-off incident? Has anyone ever gone to a PA with Coolio at a club and seen if this is a thing that he does? Maybe he's contractually obliged to do 4 hours, but he's realised that it would still count if he left after an hour but took people from the club with him. Also, if you haven't seen this before, Coolio has a cookbook and it looks great. Adds Jake. Love the show. Jake. Josh, delighted to hear about your love of Wikipedia. No worries. A good Wikipedia game to play is for one person to choose a start and end topic. Then the competitors have to race from the first article to the last, using only links within the articles. I mean, that is good. The winner chooses the next end topic and so on. Admittedly, not the best radio feature, but hours of fun when I was at school. Joel, I think it is a good radio feature. Should we have a quick game of it?
Not now.
Later on in the show?
Maybe. There's something in it. There's an embryo of an idea, but I don't think it's there yet. I think.
I think it's.
I think Joel's
totally
bang on in that it's not quite right for the radio.
It is a good radio feature, yeah. So we get tense music. This is how it worked. We get tense music, and then I'd go, I want you to go from Denise Welch to Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
I think you can set it one week and then give me the week, and I can show you my working out the next week.
No, because you go head to head with a guest. So it's you versus, say, Tim Key, and you take it in turns. So you start on Denise Welch, he'd start on Carol McGiffin, and then you each take it in turns and see who can get to Archduke Franz Ferdinand first. It's a good game,
but not right for radio just yet. We've not got a title for it, and we all know
that's not the problem.
All games need a title first.
This is unbelievable. This is the conveyor belt toaster all over again. If you have any unfinished business or want to just say that sounds like a good game, josh@xfm.co.uk.
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
Presidents of the United States of America lump. What album was that from, Neil?
I believe it was on Shine 6.
Yeah, well, I don't know, but I'm gonna go with it. I mean, that's a kick in the teeth if they're listening, thinking finally our album's going to get a shout out. Now, what we looked for this week, today's topic, babysitting / looking after siblings' nightmares. As a father of a child, do you ever count it as babysitting when you're looking after your own child?
Yeah, of course.
Isn't that parenting?
People can phrase it that way, but I still like to kind of have the excitement of, well, I'm babysitting. And it also gives me an excuse to legitimately just raid the fridge like I used to when I used to babysit.
Oh, so have you've been employed as a babysitter?
Yeah, quite a lot growing up.
Were you?
Yeah.
So how did it go?
All right, I've not got any records or anything like that.
No, I'm not. So if you came home, how was babysitting? Nothing to tell the police about.
They're still there.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's a paranoid feeling in radio at the moment, but this is unbelievable. Have you never made a mistake?
Oh, I'm sure I made plenty of mistakes, but as far as I'm
none that were picked up on by the authorities.
yeah. No, it used to be good. You used to just rock up.
Speak to the police. My conscience is clear. If I'd made a mistake, you'd have heard about it in the press.
You used to rock up, and
that's a bad start.
There would be a selection of snacks available.
Oh yeah. So what do you get? Do you get free reign with the fridge?
No.
What do you get? Television?
We get TV. Occasionally someone might have a film or a DVD for you.
Yeah.
But you just generally watch TV, and then it'd be like, right, here's the tea, coffee, squash, here's some crisps if you want, a bar of chocolate. But that would
it's difficult to reach your 5 a day.
Yeah, very much so.
So sorry. So you they set out what you are on. You allowed the TV? Were you allowed the computer?
Well, this was like obviously
back in the day.
Yeah, like 20 years ago.
Have you employed a babysitter yet?
No, family only.
Family only, and is that a policy forever?
No, I don't think so.
And when you ask your parents to babysit, what's the ruling on snacks and fridge?
Well, generally what we've done at the moment is we actually drop our daughter off at their house, and she stays the whole night.
What a win! Have you thought about extending it to weeks on end?
I couldn't do that. It would break my heart.
Oh yeah. How many days do you reckon you could handle?
Well, we did Edinburgh last year, and that was 5 days.
Yeah.
And that was hard going.
You said it was the best 5 days of your life.
Just stop trying to stitch me up.
You said you used the phrase "this is more like it." Right. So we were looked for your babysitting, looking after siblings' nightmares. We have them coming up. Before that, walking on cars. Catch me if you can.
Catch me if you can.
Josh Widdicombe podcast. XFM.
Ship to wreck. Florence on the machine. It says Florence on the machine here, Neil. I don't like to lie to the listeners on the Josh Widdicombe show. On her posters in the tube, she's just called Florence. I think she's dropped the machine. I don't know what's happened to the machine. Where they've gone.
There's been a breakdown.
There's been a. I don't know if the machine can team up with the High Flying Birds to create a kind of supergroup. But I think she's just Florence these days.
No. Well, that's the PR That's from the record label, Florence and the Machine, shipped to Rex, so that's the full thing.
Well, the Machine must be bloody livid when they get on a tube and they see that they're not being included on the posters. Aren't we all in the Machine, right? By the Machine, I mean capitalism. Yeah?
Yep, I got that.
Too right, mate. But either way, Florence needs to... Just continuity. I'm not saying don't cut the Machine. I'm saying out of the two of them, I'd keep Florence over the Machine.
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
Sunday. Why be more precise? That's all you need to know. No one really cares about the time early on a Sunday morning, do they? It's not that it is early, it's just before 11. But now, we are talking about babysitting nightmares. I mean, I think we should just start with the bluntness of Joe. It's quite a grim story. Story's a big word. I was babysitting my young cousin and giving him a bath. While I was distracted, he put a Duplo block onto his tinkle. I mean, distracted by a Duplo block. I mean, if you're not aware of what a Duplo block is, it's like a kind of a larger child's Lego. I mean, all Legos for children. But if you were to rank the Legos in terms of age, Duplo into Lego into Technics.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think by the time of Technics, you should really have just got rid of Lego altogether. I always felt Technics was a bit of a kind of after the Lord Mayor's parade, really, wasn't it? It's like, it's all about Lego, really, isn't it? That's the key period. If you had to put one of the blocks onto your tinkle, which would you go for?
Don't want to boast.
Technics?
Yeah.
Yeah. A bit more highbrow.
Yeah.
They've also got those, like... Did you play with Technics?
No.
No, of course not. Man up. That's like having a kind of sweary version of Fireman Sam. Certain things for certain age groups, let's just deal with it. Although that would be good.
What, a sweary version of Fireman Sam?
Yeah, I imagine such a thing exists.
I think there's a clip on YouTube of very sweary Fireman Sam. It's very funny.
Is there?
Yeah.
So is that in my head, or have I just...
I'm not sure. Well, I'll find it and play it to you during Foo Fighters. All
right, well, that's a kick in the teeth for Dave Grohl.
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
The Jam, the Eton Rifles on XFM. That's a shame that we're playing that the 1 week Ivo's not here, isn't it? Tim Key is here, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I enjoyed that, that was good.
Yeah, what, the Eton Rifles reference? Yeah, it was alright, wasn't it?
No, the song.
Oh, the song, yeah, oh yeah. Did you prefer my reference to Ivo or the song?
Usually I think I prefer your references, but that time I think the song.
Thank you. Now, I'm going to... What I've just brought up at the start of the show, what's your view on these conveyor belt toasters?
Well, I don't mind them. I mean,
I'm
just saying. No, I haven't finished.
Okay.
I think the key with them, those buzzwords, patience, and supervising.
Yeah, do you think?
Well, I think so, and also they always slightly blindside me because I forget about them. If I did have a bit of foresight, I'd probably take some kind of rod to
like a wooden rod?
A wooden rod, so I could sort of coax them through once. Because they're never done, and then as they go through the second time, it's just...
Oh, the second time's carnage.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's absolute carnage.
So, yeah, thinking about it, I think next time I go to a hotel, it's toaster rod time.
Maybe that's an invention we need.
But I have thought of an app, by the way, on my way here. Well, we don't have to do it now.
No.
We're sort of, if you need
thought of an app?
Yeah, I think it's quite good.
Okay, hit me up.
What, now?
Yeah.
It might not be very good. I haven't expressed it out loud. It's something where when someone calls you, you can press on your background before you pick the phone up.
What do you mean?
Well, so for example, you can click train and it will play in the background of a train.
Oh, your sound background?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It's not bad, is it?
No, so
like you can have fun ones for kids, like Star Wars or a jungle, but also it's like practical ones for adults, like
like
a train.
Hospital.
Yeah, fight breaking out.
It's a good idea.
It's not bad, is it? But how do you get an app away?
What would be awful would be if they'd phoned with bad news and you'd chosen Star Wars.
Yeah. Sorry, just going to click you onto desert.
Just leaving the Death Star. Well, what's happened to Gran? Oh, okay.
No.
I think it's a good idea.
It's not bad, is it?
No.
But how do you make that happen?
I don't
Do you need
know.
someone? I suppose you need someone who's like who can do that. Like
Yeah.
an app specialist.
Yeah, I think you need an app.
Can you hook me up with someone and we can talk it? I'd like to have a general sort of meeting about it on air.
We can throw it out if you have an issue. If you're not an issue, if you're an app specialist.
Speciality. If you know what you're doing.
What's your offer? What are you offering them, Dragon's Den style?
100% equity.
Josh,
and I'll pay them a wage.
and you pay the way.
I just want to see it out there.
Just get it out there so people can enjoy it.
I think it would be great.
Western?
Yeah, Western. I mean, this is the easy part.
But you get a good one if you have Western, so you walk into one of those quiet bars.
Yeah, that's good.
Or random.
Oh, shuffle.
It's shuffle.
Josh Widdicombe, XFM.
That was James Bay. Let it go. This is Josh Widdicombe on XFM. Tim Key is here.
So was that all that stuff off air?
Yes. No, the app stuff was on air.
Right, oh, good.
Yeah.
But when we developed it,
When we developed it.
No,
yeah,
okay, fine.
That was off air. We don't want to give away all the secrets. Topic today, but I mean, what's your app idea is a good topic. But it's too late now. That's next week. Babysitting, looking after siblings' nightmares.
oh sure, yeah.
Did you ever make money as a babysitter?
What, so are you saying you knew I was a babysitter, but you're wondering whether
Yeah, whether you made it pay.
No,
How did that business work
I
out?
was always an amateur.
You never
Yeah.
went pro.
But I always have my comedy to fall back on. Yeah, I made it pay.
Did you?
Yeah. I looked after Stuart and Ross, who were a handful. And I
How old would you have been at this point?
Well, older than them, crucially. I suppose I would have been about 16. I was definitely doing it during the 1992
The Euros. Oh.
Because I remember watching England going out whilst... I mean, it was sort of... I was sort of watching the money roll in whilst watching it.
Were they
money.
asleep upstairs?
£8. I assume so.
That you weren't watching it with them?
Oh, no. That's the point of babysitting, isn't it? It's either a really cushy job
Yeah.
or it's absolutely terrible.
Yeah, hell on earth.
Yeah, so no, that one was like... He was quite a... as far as I can remember, quite a posh kind of squareo. And so it'd be off in bed.
Yeah.
And also, because they were quite posh, there was a lot of Uniteds and trios and stuff, like basically help yourself time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And they also...
Did you fill your boots?
Yeah, filled them. And kept some back. I'm still getting through them. Got loads of trios. I'm the last one to have trios.
They're actually worth more now, I imagine, as collector's items.
Do you think so? Are they out? They're completely out?
No, the trios...
You strike me as a sort of man who'd know where trios were at.
I'll check it now.
Well, I mean, shall I talk while you're doing it?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Trios.
My favourite trios, in case you're interested, were actually not the
Three
toffee
Tops?
ones. No, it was the double chocolate trio.
The double chocolate.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, was it blue?
Yeah, it was blue. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I was always more of a club man.
Yeah, famously.
Orange. I was a one club man. I like Stephen Gerrard. Right, you're not buying that. Come on.
I don't mind it.
That was all right.
No, I was hoping I'd laugh. Nothing happened. So yeah, and it was always orange. I liked orange. I'd also sometimes go Fruit Club.
Ah, the Fruit Club was vile.
Right. Okay. Fine.
Well, I think we filled enough till Neil's got the trio.
Oh, you got the trio.
Just on the first couple of Google hits, it has said they've been discontinued.
Oh,
But once a man who loved them so much, once had been discontinued, he made his own 3-foot length one by melting 45 of the bars together. And it was 53,000 calories.
Blimey.
Wow. Have you got a photo?
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, that is
as
a big
well.
trio.
Now, I don't know whether he definitely made a trio or whether he made a duo and then cut the end off so it looks like it used to be a trio.
For people at home, it's 2 bits of a trio. He's eating it. He looks very thin for a man with a 3-foot trio.
Also, it looks like he's taken it into an office or a workplace.
Yeah.
Rather than be photoed at home in his kitchen.
He's probably just sort of doing a tour.
It's like when I did my week's work experience at 442 and I met the FA Cup, which was just touring around.
Wow, I did
You weren't
mine.
allowed to have your photo with it.
I did my week's work experience at Barman's Limited.
What was Barman's?
I was delivering bar stuff to bars like disposable glasses, ashtrays, beer mats, and dartboards.
How did you bag that one?
I don't know. It wasn't my finest hour. Spent about 3 days in a white van with Basically a thug.
Josh Widdicombe.
XFM. We come to, Tim.
Yeah.
We like to have a little quiz each week,
Okay.
which Neil's called Call My Josh.
Why is he?
Which
Oh, yeah, because Josh. Yeah.
Yeah. It feels, is that I mean, it's taken some criticism as a name.
I don't see why.
Thanks.
I suppose the worst I can say about it is it's lazy. Blankety Josh.
No, each week we choose a topic. We kind of it was U2 last week.
Well, I thought it was a U2 special.
Yeah, it was going to be a U2 special. I've changed
It's more
it.
or less what Josh has said.
Yeah, I've changed it.
Oh, okay.
I've gone off piece.
Okay.
It's episodes of Alo Alo.
What? Oh, hang on. What is this one? Is
This is 5 episodes of Alo Alo.
that's
true
what
or
this
false.
quiz is going to be?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay. My dad used to.
Just this morning, there wasn't as much on U2 as I thought. But once I was on the Alo Alo Wikipedia page.
My dad used to record the audio of Alo Alo and put it on tapes for long car journeys.
Oh, what?
So I should be okay.
Okay, so these are 5 Alo Alo storylines.
Too easy.
Episode 1.
Episode 1 of the whole
Oh,
thing.
no, sorry.
Okay.
Number 1.
Okay.
Hitler, played by Gareth Hale, comes to Paris and demands a souffle for his romantic meal with Eva Braun. Can Renee rise to the challenge?
It sounds more like a documentary. So the question is, can Renee rise to the challenge?
Yeah. This is a kind of souffle pun they've put in there as well.
But it's a question in the form of blurb, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, can Renee rise to the challenge? Can you read it one more
Oh,
time?
no, the question is that true or false?
Oh, right.
Not can Renee rise to the challenge?
This is going really well.
That's the point of Alo Alo is, can Renee rise to the challenge? It's 50-50.
He's not put to... I'm going to give you a clue. He's not put to death. Like...
Was he put to death at the end?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
Well, he died, didn't he, at the end of the first series? My bum is on a thistle.
What?
Oh, God. I mean, you clearly take no interest in Alo Alo.
Is this true or false?
This
Was
first...
this an episode of Alo Alo?
Can you read it one more time?
Hitler, played by Gareth Hale, comes to Paris and demands a souffle for his romantic meal with Eva Braun. Can Renee rise to the challenge?
True.
It's false. Oh. Tension in the studio.
Sorry, just hit the mic.
The communist resistance have stolen a sausage containing the portrait of the fallen Madonna.
With the big boobies.
Is that a true or false?
True.
Oh, yeah, that is true, yeah. When Renee is hit on the head by a falling bedpan, he gets amnesia and thinks it's World War One.
False.
Why do you think that's false?
Is it false?
Yeah, it is false.
That might be why. Because I know the storylines and I'm annoyed about that first one now.
You are. A mix-up happens at the cafe when paintings, batteries and dynamite are all delivered at the same time.
Paintings, batteries and dynamite.
Yeah.
That is true.
That is correct. I'd say that's lazy. Lazy storyline.
That's their bread and butter.
3 out of 4 for 4 out of 5. Renee buys a parrot that used to belong to Winston Churchill. When the Nazis visit, it starts repeating the British Prime Minister's speeches. Oh, what are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are, I hope it's true, and if it is, I am getting that episode this afternoon. True.
It's false. Oh, 3 out of 5. Mid-table.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
Producer Neil, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tim Key.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Shall we hear Holly from Worcestershire's babysitting nightmare stories?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Stories.
Story. It's a long one, though. It's 3 paras. But I've managed to save time by not using the full word. As a child, my older sister had an awful time babysitting my older brother and me, often coming downstairs to find me with my hand sliced open by a potato peeler, or my brother having stood on a bee.
Strange use of often.
That is an interesting use of often. They each had their special move. Notably...
You get to bed okay? Yep. And not the bee not too bad tonight? No, fine.
Do you think it was the same bee? Yeah. Not again. Notably, the worst was the time when I fell off the house.
Notably.
I mean, that is notable, I'd say. I don't think there's much doubt that is.
I love the way this girl writes.
Yeah, she's really good. Holly in Worcestershire's got a Lovely use of language. Notably, the worst was the time when I fell off the house.
Is that like a version of falling off the wagon? Really laid into the alcohol.
We used to have a climbing wall on the side of the house.
Used to. Might be the
And my brother and I were playing on it when the bolt at the top holding the rope to the harness snapped off. I fell from the top of the house onto concrete slabs. Fortunately, the rope took a lot of the slack from the descent and I was left badly bruised. However, as I let out a scream, my brother covered my mouth in an attempt to not get in trouble. Obviously more concerned about being in trouble rather than me potentially being paralysed. It's suddenly taken a darker turn, hasn't it?
Well, I've shut up.
At this point, my sister came bounding outside to tell us off for being too loud and continued to do so till she noticed me on my back, crying with my hand covering my mouth. To this day, my mum does not know exactly what happened.
Oh, my God.
I doubt her mum's listening to XFM. I reckon we should end that on fell off the house. I get the feeling that, like, if she just ended on fell off the house, it would have been an amusing story. Now it feels dark.
The second half was bleak. I struggled with the second half.
I did struggle with the second.
Someone from my village jumped out of his window.
Did he?
Yeah. Died.
Did he?
No.
All right. Coming up, we've got more, but they're less bleak.
Josh Widdicombe. Podcast. XFM.
Blur, Charmless Man on XFM. Talking of Charmless Man, I mean,
It's fine, go with
it
it.
doesn't write itself, does it? Shall we?
I know my role. Look, I'm nodding. This is fine.
Hello, Tom Craine.
Hi, how you doing?
Tim Key's still here.
Hey, hello. Hi,
How
Tom.
are you, Tom?
I'm very good, thank you very much.
What have you been up to?
Not an awful lot.
Take me
really.
through your morning.
We had some friends to stay who stayed in my bed. Well, my
All
girlfriend's
right,
friends.
big. One thing led to another.
That sounds far more dramatic than it was. No, my girlfriend gave away our marital bed to her friends who were visiting. So I've been
I
sleeping on
don't
the
know that's
sofa.
on.
No,
Yeah,
it's
so-
okay. I think that's fine.
Do you?
Yeah, that's okay. Well, hang
They
on.
came from Australia,
Yeah, there we are.
but it means I've slept in an incredibly uncomfortable pull-out sofa bed.
Oh,
I mean,
that's not on. I
it's
didn't
like
think
a
through the
first world
consequences.
problem. And also, they have the flu as well, so they brought flu into our house.
Oh, this sounds awful.
It's
for
fine.
me.
That's what I've done. It's fine.
What
It
did you
sounds
get
like
up to
I'm
them
bitter.
with them last night?
I went and
Did
got
you
them a
show them
curry.
London
'cause-
town?
well, they went out for an hour of sightseeing, then the flu took over and they came back and sat in the flat. So I went.
But
to
you
get
can
them a
do it
curry.
in an hour, can't you?
You go to London Eye. You're just going to take it all in one,
In a lap of the
one
London Eye.
rotation. But yeah, they're very nice people. I didn't begrudge it. Yeah,
Oh, it doesn't sound like it.
clearly.
Are they listening? What are they up to now?
They're flying back to Australia.
Hang on, did they just come here for an hour?
This was the. They heard the flu is especially good in England. This is the
London
tail
Eye,
end of the trip.
curry, home.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it was the last. It was the sort of
tail
last
end of their
hurrah.
trip. Yeah, exactly. They've been to a wedding, all sort of stuff, and then they finally came to take my bed for 24 hours.
So have they been doing the bed tour? Like, have they been taking other people's
Yeah,
beds?
the cuckoo tour of England.
Well, not for me to, comment on their lifestyle choices.
Well, I think their lifestyle choices are terrible.
What do you feel on it now?
One Christmas Eve, my
You've
mum
got a
had some friends visiting from Israel, and I had to sleep in the hot press.
The what?
At Christmas.
What's the hot
The hot
press?
press is where it's
Like a waffler.
Where the yeah, the George Foreman grill. It's incredibly thin by the end of it.
You lost weight, though.
I do, yeah, exactly. The first time in life, my
All the
life
fat
at
drained
work.
off you.
Tanned in parts. The hot press is basically where it's a little room where the boiler is. Old houses.
The
have
airing
them.
cupboard.
Airing cupboard. That's what they call them. The hot press.
You're to
And-
sleep
and
in
we
it?
used-
Who are you, Harry Potter?
Were you upright?
Well, I was hugging the boiler throughout.
Were you draped over a pipe?
It was. I was sleeping on the little slats where the duvet covers went, and I slept on one of those. So it was kind of
What?
like yeah, the Orient Express.
Yeah, I
they
got
have
it,
those
I got
tiny
it.
sort of areas.
Yeah.
I was very young. I was like 6 or 7,
Yeah, no, it's
which kind of makes it
fine, I think.
worse in a way. Doesn't
That's
it?
all right.
Yeah, I once slept on top of a heater in Russia.
Did you?
But they do it there. It's sort of a way of life. it's not their main thing, but and at night everyone just sort of crawls onto the boiler and just sort of scorches themselves to sleep.
I'll tell you what's not as comfortable as I thought it was going to be. I once slept on a pool table.
Now, how comfortable did you
remove the
think it would be?
Was the ball still there? Or you arrange them into a pillow? I keep moving. This pillow's really unruly. Do you think this is weird? Very brief thing. That
I was going to end the link, but that's the kind of opening that you've got to let play
Yeah,
out.
well, you know that I do this, which is after the shower. I will towel myself down. I'll then get in the bed and I will put the hairdryer under the duvet cover and kind of like a Pop-Tart. And I'll leave it on for about 10 minutes and dry my body in there.
Might have to have a think about that.
This is the
Instinctively, I think it might be.
This is the Cortinas.
Josh Widdicombe.
Cortinas, has he told you that he loves you yet? So, Tom Craine.
Hi.
Earlier on, Tim Key came up with an app idea. If you'd like to pitch it to Tom,
Yeah,
you can be the Deborah Mead.
I haven't got any money.
that's okay.
If you're hoping me to kind of finance this.
No, I'm giving you 100% equity for no money. I'm just trying to get rid of this app idea.
Okay, far away.
The idea is it's an app on your phone, and when someone phones you, you can choose the background sound for before you pick up. So you can select.
It's really good.
It's not bad, is it?
Good, isn't it?
So there's two main advantages of this app. A, fun.
Yeah.
Just select rainforest or
D-Day.
D-Day.
Yeah. Outer space.
Yeah, like I say, fun.
Yeah.
So, orgy.
Two orgies. Imagine that.
Also, you could sell extra ones. So you buy the app for £2,
that's
but then
good.
there's other ones you can buy 50p a
Oh, yeah.
background.
Have you got Circus yet?
Yeah. But you'd make the ones that people really need expensive. You know, stuff like,
Well,
you know,
like Circus.
yeah, or GP surgery or something like that.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you'd really, because then people, yeah.
But then
Keep going.
it would have to also have a way of cancelling out your current background.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to take responsibility for that, I think.
Yeah,
It's basically,
You'd have to
you
get
have to
somewhere
stand,
quiet.
you have to stand in a vacuum for this to work. That's the way it works.
I haven't told you the second advantage.
Please do.
So that's the fun side, the rainforest.
Can I say that's enough already? But keep
Well,
going, so I'm excited.
You're obsessed with rainforest, which I think is one of the weaker ones.
I think I might make it quite a pure one that you can only have rainforest.
Have you recently lied to someone that you're going to a rainforest? Is this what you're...
No, I came up with the idea because I was lying to Josh.
Okay.
I was planning to lie to Josh. Because I got here a little bit late and I thought that Josh was going to phone me and I was going to pretend that I was in bed. But then I thought that won't work because I'm in Leicester Square and it's too busy and he knows I don't sleep in amongst traffic. Well, he didn't know. I don't know that
No,
well.
I speculated.
He's speculating that I don't sleep amongst traffic.
Yeah.
So the second advantage is the practical one, which is you can set it to something like train or traffic, actually. So you can sort of make out that you're late for work because...
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got any ideas for a name for it?
Well, let's throw that out. josh@xfm.co.uk. Email in during the week with your names and whether it's feasible.
If you can get one person email... I only want 2 emails, really, from you guys. One person saying whether it's feasible and one person giving a name, and they can have 50% equity each. And also, I'll give them £1,000 each.
Someone will make this. There's people out there with enough time on their hands
Is
that
it
they'll do
easy
this.
to make an app?
I've never made one. But I thought it was impossible to make a pie. Then you make a pie and you think, you can make a pie. It can't be that hard.
Did you come up with a pie?
Yeah, I came up with a pie. Brilliant pie.
I find predictive
Was
text
it
quite tricky.
rainforest?
Pak choy pie it was.
Is that a pie you came up with?
Not at the moment, I'm cooking. Dog. I'm trapped by a
I
dog.
thought you meant dog pie.
No. I'm thinking of more for these guys when they develop it. Trapped by dog. Bleeding. Just dripping of blood. Heavily bleeding.
Shootout would be good.
Shootout's good. Being kicked in is good.
So you could have one where it was like duel.
Yeah.
And then imagine their panic when it was counting down from 10.
Yeah.
Launching space rocket.
Yeah.
Wimbledon.
Wimbledon.
Edberg's on. Is it Edberg these days?
Yeah, it's a
Edberg's.
Marriage vows, just like literally the vicar.
Oh, that's
reading
very
your-
good.
And you'll go, can't speak.
Can't
this is really
speak.
quite important.
I
You
think-
take whatever.
If it didn't have the entertaining side to it, then I think Can't Speak would be a good name for the app. But then you've got to remember that doesn't really cover the stuff like the rainforest. Can speak, happy to speak. I'm in a rainforest.
coverage is intermittent.
Monkeys are sleeping. Let's be quiet.
Josh Josh Widdicombe. Podcast. XFM.
Hulk Disco 2000 on XFM. Still joined on the Josh Widdicombe Show by Tim Key.
Hello.
Tom Craine.
Hello.
Would you like to... We haven't asked you your babysitting nightmares, Tom. Well, so let's have Cat the Greeks instead.
Yeah, perfect. That sound said, I've got nothing.
This isn't as long as Holly in Worcestershire, but it is more to the point. I found my youngest brother trying to hide his turd in a snorkel.
Sorry, say that one more time.
I found my youngest brother trying to hide his turd in a snorkel when I was meant to be looking after him. How do you think he was doing it?
How deep is their bath? What the hell is going on? A snorkel at home.
It's good that she found him, otherwise that could have been a terrible diving trip.
That's horrendous. It's not a weird euphemism, that, is it?
No.
Turd in a snorkel.
Do you think... I don't know how he did it, but I'm imagining kind of putting it at one end and then sucking to kind of put it into the middle.
A game of danger. How close can you get it? They're all blowing it away again.
Maybe he used an icing bag.
Oh, God. But it's a bit like a U-bend, so it might be a way of understanding how toilets work. You can kind of look at it from the outside and go, oh, that's how it goes away. I see now.
Yeah, all right. Is that what his excuse would have been?
That's why I did it.
Have you ever babysat or been babysitted?
I have. Well, I've got 8 nephews, so I've babysat a lot. Yeah, and a niece as well. Also counts.
Do you
Most chauvinist thing I've ever said.
Do you babysit on your own?
Yeah, I did. But also, my brother's much older, so I've, since the age of 14, been kind of babysitting babies and stuff, yeah.
Did you get paid?
No, I didn't actually. I've just come. Yeah, that's a lot of work for no money whatsoever. But it's all seamless.
And it's never gone wrong?
No, it's all been great. Yeah.
Well, that's a great end to the link. Cheers,
Have you got any?
no, because I'm the youngest. I've never babysat. I'd find it too stressful, I think.
How did you think of this topic?
Oh, because Neil's got a child.
Oh,
Yeah.
Have you babysat for him?
I'd be terrible. I don't think...
That could be quite fun, actually, to see how it goes.
No, because what if it went wrong?
Have you got a snorkel?
I've got a turd.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
Dawson Roads on XFM. That brings us more or less to the end, so thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
That's all right.
Pleasure.
Would you like to plug anything? We'll start with Neil.
Well, we're going back to Edinburgh this year, aren't we?
We are. We're doing XFM Live for 4 days.
22nd of August,
To
first night.
whatever the other 3 are.
Yeah,
25th?
that sounds about right. So it's just more of this, but in an audience capacity.
Let's mic them up this year so that people know they're there.
Well, they're not mic'd up.
No, so it sounds like we're doing it in a warehouse.
Got an interesting listen.
Tell you what we could have done with your app.
Live the Apollo setting.
Like the Apollo. Tom, what would you like to promote?
Well, I've got a story show here on XFM. It's a podcast, and if people go on the website XFM, they can download it. And hopefully Tim will do it sometime. And Josh is on this week's episode.
Press
so-
ganged?
Yeah, you have to.
I'd love to do it.
Great, there we are. And Josh is on this week, so
I'm on
download.
this week. It's a lot of fun.
Hang on,
A
what
lot
do you
of
mean?
fun.
What do you mean by storytelling?
It's just one subject, and then
Just
I
an
have 2
anecdote.
guests, so we tell a story on that subject.
Well, I'll have a think about it. We'll have to chat about it a bit more.
Yeah. Next week, the topic is apps. I don't know if you have any.
Tim, anything to promote?
No, not yet. Not until I've developed it. But I've got an app. No, I've got a book, but I
Yeah.
think it's too early to promote it because it's not out yet. I think it comes out in August.
Oh, okay.
So I think what I want to promote is I'll promote the idea that I come back on the show
Okay, yeah.
and then come
You
back
might be
on.
on the right stuff in August, something like that. If
I
they
will
would-
not be on the right stuff in August. I've been quite clear about what I will and won't do. Not that I don't like the right stuff.
No.
I enjoy it, and I like it's a great format. But I'd get really nervous on the right stuff.
Yeah, I'd hate it. I'd
Yeah.
feel really... I'd feel like Janet Ellis was about to really destroy me on a topic.
Yeah, I always feel like that when I'm near Janet Ellis.
I once had an incident with Janet Ellis, but we won't go into it.
What
Yeah.
happened with Janet Ellis?
No, I made a joke on stage about Sophie Ellis-Bextor. Janet Ellis was in the audience, so I didn't know.
Oh my goodness.
Good gag, that, then.
It's quite funny. But anyway.
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 Josh Widdicombe. XFM.